These are a pair of COTOP gloves. Now, the claim that the company makes is as follows. The design is a slim design. The gloves are water resistant. The gloves are windproof. They have a non-slip silicone palm. And they have a soft plush inner lining. Now there is one more key feature of these gloves which I will be covering later on in the video, so stay tuned till the end so you don't miss it. Now they come in this plastic casing, which is just a normal plastic, nothing at the back, it's all white and not transparent. At the front they're transparent so you can see the gloves. You can also see a little note in here which says thank you. So let's just go ahead and open this. It's just as simple as that, and then the gloves just slip out. So back of this card is just a little note from the company saying that they work very hard to make sure that their items are top quality, but although sometimes there might be some issues with the product, and just to get in contact with them, they give you a 6-month warranty with it. So I'm going to keep this card in case I ever need to use the warranty or need to contact the company in the future. Now if you have a look at the glove itself, it is a very nice design. It feels very soft, and even if you look at the stitching, I've had a look around, I can't see any defects anywhere, and the logo is really beautifully just put on here, and it comes with a zip, very easily open and very easily closed. Now the first claim that the company makes is that these gloves are a slim design, and now I'm wearing these gloves. These are a large size, my hands are large, and I have to admit they fit me very perfectly. They feel very good, and even when you look at them, they are quite a slim design. They look quite good. They are quite comfortable to wear, and even when I'm doing this with my hands, I'm making a fist, it's not very difficult for me to do. I feel as though it's very easy for me to do, and there's not a lot of pressure. Sometimes you have gloves which can be quite stiff, and when you're trying to make a fist or you're trying to close your hands, you feel as though you got to put a bit of power in. But with these, there's no issue. So I think with the first claim that they make, that they are a slim design gloves, I think the claim is correct. They are a slim designed gloves and they look very, very smart. Now the second claim that this company makes is that these gloves are water resistant. Now there's a difference between water resistant and waterproof. So it's going to be quite difficult to actually prove how water resistant these gloves are, because when you're using these in the real world, even though it's really heavily raining, you won't really get a lot of water hitting the glove at one time. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and make it as fair as possible. So I'm going to put my hand at a slight angle and I'm just going to drop a bit of water on it like this. And as you can see, guys, it's just, the water is just flowing off the glove, and look at the glove, it's absolutely dry. I am actually very impressed with this. I could actually see the water just falling off, and even if you look at it, there's only a few droplets on here, and my hand inside the glove is dry. That is amazing. So the second claim that it makes, water resistant, I agree, it is water resistant. Now the third claim that the company makes is that these gloves are windproof. Now without going out into the real world and having very heavy wind, it's going to be a bit hard to prove how windproof these actually are. So I've got a little test. It is a bit of an extreme test, but why not test it to the extreme? So I've got with me a hairdryer. I'm going to put it on the lowest speed possible, and I'm going to see if I can feel anything on my hand. I'm going to keep the hairdryer at a distance so it makes it slightly fair. So there, the hairdryer is on, and I've got my hand on the other side, and I'm putting it towards my hand, and honestly I can't feel anything. It's as though it's blocking it out. I can feel a bit of pressure on the glove pushing towards my hand, but that's probably because this is a hairdryer and they are quite powerful. In terms of the third claim that the company makes, these are, as far as I can see, they are windproof. Now the next claim that the company makes is that the palm is a non-slip silicone palm. Now one thing I want to add is that this design on here is absolutely beautiful. I really like the honeycomb design on this. They could have gone with a lot of different designs, but going for the honeycomb design was the really good choice, and it looks really beautiful, looks really nice, and it's got a bit of a shine to it as well, which also adds to the attractiveness. Now to do the grip test, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my hand around and put back of my hands against each other and rub them against one another, and I can feel that there is absolutely no friction there, and that means that it is easily slipping against one another. But the claim is on the palm, so if I put the palms together and I do this, I can feel a lot more friction, and I can feel as though there is a good amount of tension when I'm trying to rub my hands against one another. So in terms of the grip, there's nothing here which I can actually test it against, but I'm quite confident with this test that I've done that the grip on this is going to be absolutely amazing and it will definitely do the job. So in terms of the claim that the palm is a non-slip silicone palm, I agree with the company. I think that the non-slip is quite good on this. Now the other claim that the company makes is that the glove from the inside is made of a soft plush. Now the property of soft plush is that it feels really nice, so when you put your hand in, it's nice to put your hand in there. And also another thing that it does is it keeps your hands nice and warm. And I can honestly say that when I put these gloves on, it felt really nice. When I put my hand inside them, it felt really soft. And even when I do this with my thumb, with the glove being inside out, I can feel that it's really soft. And the second thing was that it warmed my hands up really quick. Within 5 seconds, I could feel as though that these gloves were really warm. Although I'm inside, you don't wear gloves inside, but when I wore the gloves, I felt as though I needed to take them off because it was getting warm instantly. So when you're outside in the real world and it's really cold, these gloves will really keep you warm. So the claim of it being soft plush from inside and also being warm, I think that is also correct as well. Now at the start of the video, I mentioned that there was a key feature with these gloves. Now you might have noticed that this non-slip silicone design is going through the whole glove apart from these 3 fingertips. And the reason is because these gloves are designed in such a way that you can still use your mobile phone even though you got these gloves on. Now I've got with me a mobile phone so I can demonstrate to you guys how this works. So if I just use my finger, scrolling up and down is not an issue. It's very smooth, as you guys can see, it's working. And I'm not only using this part of the finger, I'm using also this part and it's still working. No problem at all. But when you're using the phone, you're holding it in your palm like this and you're using your thumb. So even if I use my thumb like this, again, it's very smooth. There's no difficulty in using this and it is brilliant to use and it's very easy to use. Now, if I just click at the top here and I delete this out, I'm going to show you guys that I'm going to be typing on here and it's not going to be an issue. So I'm there typing, not a problem. It's picking up everything. It is quite accurate. And I have to say I am quite impressed with how the sensitivity is on this. It is quite good and it doesn't cause any issues like I just demonstrated to you guys. Now one thing worth mentioning in terms of the touch when you're using a mobile phone. Now this problem is probably going to occur more with Android users because on Android phones you have a fingerprint sensor and this doesn't work through the fingerprint, whereas on the iPhone you have a facial recognition, so you wouldn't need to use your gloves anyway. So it's just something to bear in mind. So there you have it guys, that was a review of the COTOP gloves. Now I bought these from Amazon and I paid just over £10 for them. Yeah, you heard correctly, just over £10 for these gloves. And if you just bear in mind that the cotton gloves that you get, they cost you about 7-8 quid, so a couple of quid more, you're getting a lot better product, which is a lot more practical. It's well worth the money. So I'll leave the link in the description below and hopefully see you guys in my next video.